we are talking about the Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, now it is very easy to draw the Cartesian coordinate system. This is the positive x-axis, this is the negative x-axis, this is positive y-axis, this is negative y-axis. Okay, you can, this is zone 1, 2, 3 and 4. All these zones moves anti-clockwise. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3 and quadrant 4. Quadrant 1, x and y both are positive. X and y both are positive. For quadrant 2, x and y, x is negative, y is positive. X is negative, y is positive for quadrant 2. For quadrant 3, x and y both are negative, and for quadrant 4, but zone 4, x is positive and y is negative. So you can plot positive value of xy, and simultaneously you can also plot the negative value of x and y. Okay, and now come to the point of polar coordinate system. Polar coordinate system, in polar coordinate system expressed by the theta and r value. Polar coordinate system expresses by the theta and r value. Suppose it's very easy to plot theta value, that is the angle, r is the radial distance. Suppose x and y, x value is 10 and y value is 5 in Cartesian coordinate. You have to plot this, then you have to go for the t, you have to count it to the positive x-axis. You have to go through this line, this is positive x-axis, and you have to go through the line positive y-axis, and you have to identify that point. This is x and y point. X is 10, y is 5. And you have to identify that point in polar coordinate. Then in polar coordinate, this intersecting point is known as pole. You have to put a compass in pole and draw a circle. You have take this distance and draw a circle. Then this is the y value, this representation of that line, and this is the x value. Okay, this is the y value and x value. You identify that r value, this is the radius. Okay, for this identification of theta and the r value, you have to go for the calculation. First one, we have to calculate the r value. For the r value, we can use Pythagorean formula. We have to use the Pythagorean formula. According to the Pythagorean formula, suppose this is a triangle with 90 degree. Okay, and this is theta, and this side is opposite to the theta, that is called opposite. Okay, this is adjacent to that angle. This line is adjacent to that angle, so it is known as adjacent or base, and this is called hypotenuse. In Bengali it is called otibhuj. Suppose it is A, it's B and C, it's R. Suppose this is the part of rectangular system. So Cartesian by rectangular coordinate system. Suppose you have to put the compass and draw this circle, and for that purpose you have to use the formula AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Okay, AB square, suppose A value is 5 and BC value is 6. So then you have to identify AB square is equal to BC square is equal to R square, rather AC square. Okay, AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. Your A and B is known because this is the base is x-axis. Your x value is known to you. Okay, Cartesian coordinate always expresses by the x and y, And y value, this is the y line, this is perpendicular. Perpendicular line is the one line, y line. So y value is known to you. Okay, this is y, opposite is y, base is x. So x and y is known to you. Rather, AB and BC is known to you. So 6 squared plus 5 squared is equal to r squared. Rather, r squared is equal to 36 plus 25, and you can use the calculator and find out the value of root r. Sorry, value of r. Okay, the value of root r is 7.74, something 7.74. So you can easily find out the r value from the xy value by using that formula. AB squared plus BC squared is equal to AC squared. Now come to the point of theta. You have to identify the theta. Okay, you have to identify the theta. For the first one, for the polar coordinate, we have to use the formula AB square plus BC square, Pythagorean formula, and AC square. And second one is the, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So this is the y and this is the x. Tan inverse. Tan inverse means perpendicular divided by base, rather opposite divided by base, and you can use y instead of opposite y, and you can use x instead of b. Okay, then you have to identify, you have to remember these two formula to convert Cartesian to polar. If you know the xy value, then you can easily, using this formula, you can easily find out the theta. Then tan inverse, but tan theta is equal to, y value is 5 and x value is 6. Then you have to use the calculator. You have to divide 5 divided by 6 and press shift, done, answer equal to, and press degree. It's 39 degree 48 minute. Theta is equal to that one, and you can easily find out the r value by using that formula. So you can easily convert Cartesian coordinate, or through the xy value you can find out the theta value and r value. For r value you have to use this Pythagorean formula, and for the theta you have to use that one, y by x, rather opposite by base, or perpendicular by base. Okay, now come to the another aspect, another side of the coordinate system. Now we have to convert polar to Cartesian. Suppose polar to Cartesian. Before going to the second segment, you have to know how to place your protector to draw the polar coordinate. Okay, you have to always remember this 4-zone system, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to place 0 degree in right hand side. Suppose this is the protector, and in pole, this intersecting point in polar coordinate system, this intersecting point is called pole. You know that. So you have to place your protector in that center, and this is the 0 line, 0 degree line. Then this is 90 degree line. This is 180 degree line, and this is 270 degree line, and this is 360 degree or 0 degree line. And you have to plot all these things moving right hand side, anti-clockwise, and you have to plot the degree according to the reading of protector. That way you can easily plot the theta value and r. R is the radial distance. You can measure this distance according to your own scale. Okay, now come to the second segment. we have to convert the polar coordinate to Cartesian coordinate. Polar coordinate are always expressed by theta and r. Suppose r is 12, theta is 15 degree. Suppose this is the r value and this is the, you have to put the protector. You have to protector and identify 15. Suppose this is the angle of, this is the theta of 15 degree and this is the, this line, that point is the up to 12, and you have to identify from that to x and y value, x and y value. Okay, for this purpose you have to identify x, y. For this purpose you have to use a formula. Okay, go to the details formula. Last, for the conversion of Cartesian to polar, we have used the tan. Now we can use the sine theta and cos theta for that conversion. You know, this is a angle, this is a triangle with 90 degree. This is the theta. This is opposite. This is base. Suppose it's a part of coordinate system. So this is the x-axis and it's the y-axis. So sine means, what do you mean by sine? Sine means this is the hypotenuse or r. We can write opposite instead. We can write y instead of opposite because this is the y-axis. We can write x instead of base because x line, base line is x. Okay. Y is the line of opposite. Okay, and instead of hypotenuse we can write down the r. Sine means, you know, what do you mean by sine? Sine means opposite divided by hypotenuse. Opposite divided by hypotenuse. Okay, what do you mean by cos? Cos means base divided by hypotenuse. So base divided by hypotenuse. Here, instead of opposite we can write y, and instead of base we can write x. Okay, then we can use a small summation. So sine theta is equal to y by r. Instead of h we can use r. So y is equal to r into sine theta. Okay, and for the cos theta, cos theta is equal to, instead of base we are writing x and instead of y we are writing r. Okay, so x is equal to r into cos theta. Okay, then we are getting two formula. You have to remember these two formula, this one. So for the conversion polar coordinate to Cartesian or to rectangle or Cartesian, you have to remember two formula. X is equal to r into cos theta and y is equal to, second one is the y into y is equal to r into sine theta. And in polar coordinate system, you can, from the polar coordinate system you can get theta and r. Okay, so you can easily find out the x value. So therefore, suppose x value y r is equal to 12 centimeter, theta is 15 degree. You have to convert into the Cartesian. So you have to go for x value. X is equal to r value is known to you, 12 centimeter, and cos is known to you, cos is 15 degree cos, and you have to take the help of calculator. You have to press 15 degree cos value into 12 and its x is 138.28 in centimeter, that is centimeter. And for the y value, For the y value, r into sine theta. R is 12 centimeter. Sine theta is 15 degree. Then you have to press 15 degree sine through the calculator, and you have to multiply 12 with that value. You can get easily the y value. Y is 119.78 centimeter. From that coordinate system, from that polar coordinate system, through using this formula, x into r into cos theta and y into r into cos theta, you can easily, through the help of calculator, you can get the x and y value. So you can plot the coordinate system, polar coordinate system, Cartesian coordinate system, and you can also convert polar to Cartesian and Cartesian to polar. Okay, thank you very much for patience.